One would assume that, since Russia's invasion of Ukraine nearly 3 years ago, more people would have moved away from the war-torn area. But a peculiar trend has been set with this high-risk place, becoming a tourist attraction hub. This concept, known as dark tourism, is when places associated with human suffering and tragedy become attractive spots for vacationing and sightseeing. This phenomenon has been on the rise for decades now, with places such as the Auschwitz concentration camp, the Chernobyl nuclear disaster site, and the 9/11 museum garnering a record-breaking footfall year after year. Dark tourism has been described as cautionary and has been criticized for being insensitive. Some people argue that these places, which are remnants of history and tragedy, serve as a reminder of mistakes that must never be committed again. So, allowing tourism to thrive in these areas is part of educating the public on the horrors of human history. On the other hand, there are reservations regarding dehumanizing these tragic experiences by commercializing them. These dark tourism sites are constantly plagued by complaints of noisy tourists constantly documenting their visits with selfies and videos. Many are accusing social media influencers are making videos for clicks and engagement without fully understanding the grief associated with such places. Similarly, in Ukraine, tours are being organized for customers who will be shown the different war-struck places across the country, and the proceeds from such tours are donated to the army. War Tours, the company which organizes such activities, maintains that this is simply an effort to memorialize the ongoing war and not to make profits. Most recently, after the landslides in Wayanad, which is located in the Indian state of Kerala, saw increased tourism, it prompted the police department to issue a statement requesting people to not visit the hill station. They said the increased number of tourists was becoming an obstruction to the rescue operations, which were still underway. Like it or not, dark tourism is here to stay. The only way it can be regulated is if the governments ensure that these sites are preserved and tourism does not become a nuisance. Suffering attached to such places must be the focal point that drives tourism here, and they must not be treated as mere vacation destinations. Strict regulations and code of conduct are the first steps to ensure that the sensitivity and respect that is due to these sites is paid.